Today we're going to do something different. It's been about 3 days since the announcement of the new president for Activision Blizzard Entertainment, Joanna Faries. And I wanted to do something different today. And that is, we're going to do what I typically do on my own, and that is review social media. And we're just going to go through one post and see what the fan base reaction is to the announcement. And then I thought, I've never done this. I actually want to share and go over some of the comments that my videos get. And on my last video, I got a lot of them. So I thought it'd be a good idea to do a video and share and with you guys what some of the comments and feedback that I get on my videos, and there are a lot of comments. So we're going to review both, and then of course I'll interject my commentary, but I wanted to share basically what the Diablo 4 community is saying and what their feedback is. Instead of you hearing it from me, you can actually see what I see. Right behind me, you'll see here Adam Fletcher, Pez Radar. We all love him. He's very stoked about Johanna Faries joining the team. Well, of course, it's going to be his boss, so he's going to be stoked. But I kind of wanted to see, and I haven't seen the comments yet. I'm doing this live. So we'll see. I'm very curious to see what the feedback has been. Let's see here. So God King Butter says you should be hiring creative minds to help develop Diablo 4. I guess this guy knows something we don't. Angry Bobs, Angry Boobs, Angry Bobs, you're the only one. Okay, here we go. Paul Allen, can she do something about Duriel having bad luck protection or a knockout system for Ubers? Also, can she made it so we can actually trade legendaries and uniques? That would be great. Yeah, okay. Danny says, sure. Forget about that one. Charlie Bailey, I never comment on these because I don't know shit about the industry. I just play games. If you're happy, I'm happy for you guys. That's a very on the fence comment. And Judar the Great, what's so good about it? Meet the new boss, same as the old boss. I did actually give my opinion on that. Now, that comment may come to fruition. In other words, Johanna may come in and just be status quo. Only time will tell. I'm personally siding on the fact that I think she is going to make a difference. Like I said in my previous video, not that having a higher education means guaranteed success. Please don't take that the wrong way. But she is very educated. She's very knowledgeable in this space. Apparently, she actually is a gamer, and she put her current games that she's playing, and D4 was the first one she mentioned it. Now, is that at a convenience because of what's going on? And in her announcement, she wanted to show that D4 she plays D4. Who knows, right? But if it's true, then this bodes well for this ship getting turned around. Anyway, okay. Jordan Savage says, wonder how big the pressure is being a D4 dev, knowing the new president of the company is an active player. That's right. That is a very, very valid point. Very valid point. Sanai says, oh yeah, Johanna, please tell Pez Adam to hurry fix trading in D4. Okay, Sanai, Pez Radar has nothing to do with the what gets fixed and doesn't get fixed. Pez Radar is only the communication director. I believe that's his official title. So he only communicates what's happening. He's not part of any influence in the design of the game. At least that's how I would take it. So we got so this is regarding my video on the D4 Crossroads, and actually some of the other comments, they're blended in with other videos of mine, but basically the crux of this is all around Diablo 4, the state and the turbulent waters it's in right now. And for the most part, those have been the last videos of mine on Diablo 4 is around that topic. So Digital Static TV, what's sad is for me, I'm loving season 3 so far. Didn't play pre-patch, but played Barb finally instead of Necro. The Seneschal gives me enough resources to not burn out while leveling, and the charge buff is nice. But at level 70, I know what's on the horizon. Still just going to buy item power and not bothering looking over my gear, and know I'm going to have this buff character to do exactly. And Michael Mac Grill 6917, does she actively play games? So he's referring to Joanna Fairies, and again, I don't personally know whether or not Joanna does actually play video games, but according to the letter, according to some of her communication, she is a gamer, according to the literature I've read, and D4 is on that list. Actually, it's the first game she mentions in the list of games that she plays. She was the Call of Duty commissioner and ran the Call of Duty League and was in charge of that, so I would imagine Call of Duty is on that list as well. But D4 was on the list of games mentioned that she plays. Okay, Darkstar JLJ22. Yeah, man, I just made a post yesterday about how bad this billion-dollar flop is, and that I will be uninstalling this game. Unfortunately, I get a lot of these comments, by the way. Too many far better games out with less problems and far more fun to be had. Such a massive disappointment D4 is. All the crying, and now people figured out the Seneschal can kill Uber Duriel alone. Wow, can it really? That is sad. That, to me, that's a sign of WTF is going on, man. What is going on? The Seneschal should not be killing Uber Duriel. Like, that sums up the problem with this game right there. Players who figure this shit out are the real Chads. These drama queen YouTubers are effing cringe. Super Green Queen, I hope you don't mean me. And 21 Necrolord, I think the game is mud and impossible to fix in 6 to 8 months before X-Pack. It ain't happen. I can say for most people won't buy it. I was so hyped on release, and about 2 weeks was bored out of my brain. Played season 1 and 2, but still felt like it was shadow of what it could have been. It's a joke at this point. Yeah, unfortunately, this sentiment is shared by a lot of people. Okay, here we have at Adam I Jerry's 9222, and he says the only saving grace for D4 would be to end it at season 3 and relaunch the game with all of the quality of life people have been asking for since beta. The relaunch will also be free to compensate for the horrendous launch, as well as the horrendous season 1 and season 3. That's the least they can do if they really want to save D4 and player retention. Although I wouldn't have a problem with this personally, I don't think stopping the game and then relaunching it and delaying it, in other words, taking it off the shelf and putting it back on the shelf, I don't think that's going to work. I know I've heard that from other people, and it's just not going to work. This is a live service, and it's not a service if it isn't live. So I don't think that's what they're going to do. I think, it's a great idea. I wouldn't have a problem with it because I'm not playing the game. So to me, it wouldn't hurt if they took it off the shelf and actually fixed it properly and brought it back. Then I would be back playing the game if they fixed it properly. But I don't think that's going to wash. At Bob W7305, Thank you for the comment, Bob. Her past has no meaning. Bottom line is all these corporations care about is fast, easy money. She will not change that. Good old gaming is finished. My recommendation is go play Baldur's Gate 3 and or other indie titles. Stop feeding the garbage producing giants. Give them a taste of humility. Now, this is a very common comment that I get on all my videos. Stop supporting them. Stop talking about them. Go play another game. Okay, so You Sound Butthurt says her first task is to fire that D4 dev team. Okay, I didn't plan that one. We'll talk. I'm going to talk about this at the end. Don't leave. Okay, at Dragon Dice. Fix itemization. Hallelujah. Yep, I've been saying that every video. Bring in new types of items such as rune worlds. I agree with that one too. D2R has an amazing itemization. I'm not saying to copy it letter for letter and exactly how it is, although I wouldn't be against it. But they know what works. D2R proves it. Everybody loves how ruins work in Diablo 2 Resurrected. I agree with itemization. Dragon Dice, you're hitting it out of the park here. Items such as rune worlds, sets, or new items that go into the direction. Add something else other than vaults, nightmare dungeons, and tie them together at endgame with something similar to Path of Exile Atlas. After so many vault runs, unlock a special boss that has his own drops, not found anywhere else in the game. And same for Nightmare Dungeons with a different boss. Things like that would really make D4 a great game. Great comment, Dragon Dice. First of all, thank you for the comment. And I can't. This is an really good post. Thank you for that. And I agree with everything you said. Now, as far as the details of, put a boss here, take a boss there, use the Atlas map like PoE. The thing that I'm getting out of your post, and I actually agree, and I've said this in the past, there are solutions already out there in other games. There are. So PoE took from D2 and other games. So I don't understand why Diablo 4 can't take the best things from other games. Do a little bit of research. Dragon Dice, I totally agree with everything you said. There's already successful formulas out there that they can incorporate into the game. It's just the stubbornness. I don't understand. I don't know if it's coming from the higher ups. Well, it has to be, because as I said in my earlier video, this is a top-down organization. But that dialogue between the execs of the company and the dev team, there needs to be some reality check discussion there. Like, if I'm on the dev team and I'm being told to create this crap and I don't believe it, then as a leader, you sometimes have to tell your boss, no, I'm sorry, I respectfully disagree. And here's why. And here's what I suggest we do. And if we do this, I think this is what's going to happen. As a leader, and I'm talking the leadership of the dev team, not the executives at Blizzard. As a leader at the dev team level, whoever is in charge, and we do know who's in charge, I'm not going to name names, that person has to stand up to the executives if the executives are saying, build crap. It's part of your leadership role. But anyway, okay, Addicted Player 4453 says we need better and more creative items, a full new itemization, a lot of new core skills. 4 skills is just yes, hallelujah. I've never touched on that, but you are absolutely right, Addicted Player, and only 1 or 2 work really. Yep. We need trade, we need more depth in the Paragon board, and the skill tree sucks. Hallelujah. It's easier to try other games. D4 is only good graphics and nothing more. It's unbelievable. How can D2R be 1 million times better than this BS game? Wow. That is a great comment, and we're gonna end it right there. And Bob, sorry, Bob. Okay, let me squeeze Bob in. Leadership is exactly that: leaders who place their trust in their employees to carry out the mission. You can't let the nuts run the nut house. That's what I used to say when I was in the military. Oh my God. All right. Thanks, Bob. Okay, so yeah. How can you go from D2 to D3 to D4? Like, how can you regress in game design? Well, they're showing us how you can regress. This takes me back and to the comment of, so what's Johanna going to do? She's meeting with everybody on her first day. She's going to have a town hall. And of course, one of our priorities clearly is going to be Diablo 4. Again, this is a live service game. They don't make money if no one's playing the game. It's live service, not buying skins. This is not, oh, it's over. You know, they got their record sales when the game launched. This game is a live service game. Yep, they made their money at launch. Great. But this game was designed to be live and for it to make money every quarter for many, many, many years. And so far, 3 of those live services, 2 of them out of the 3 have been colossal failures. So who do you point the finger at? The executives? The dev team? Who? I want to ask you before I give you my take. Who do you think should be blamed? It's a tough question. It's a tough question because we don't know what's going on internally. And for me, that's a big piece of information that's required in order for me to make an educated guess on what the next step should be for Johanna. Now, she's going to go in and she'll know the truth. She may already know. Who knows? But she's going to actually talk to these people. She's going to talk to Rod Ferguson. She's going to talk to Joe Squared. She's going to talk to Adam Jackson. You know, and so on and so on and so on. All the other players. I'm just highlighting the people that we know that are in the live stream and campfire chat. She's going to talk to those people or that group together. Who knows? I don't know. And she's going to see what these people do, say, feel. So I'm going to make the following assessment, but take it with a grain of salt because I don't know what's going on internally. Because if it's the executives driving this nut house design and the developers are only implementing what they are saying, then how can they be at fault? Well, yeah, they can be at fault. Because like I said, a leader is not a yes man. Yes, executives. To a certain degree, yes, you have to be. They employ you to do what they want you to do and get the message and whatever field you're in. But being a leader also means standing up for what you believe respectfully, professionally. There's nothing wrong with a leader. And I did it when I was a leader in my professional life. I resisted some of the things my bosses wanted me to do, but I did it professionally. I provided, this is why I disagree. This is what I think we should do. This is what I think will happen if we do it. What do you think? And sometimes I didn't get my way, and sometimes I did. And that's a relationship you have between a boss and employee, or boss manager, boss director, boss executive, whatever, right? Everyone has a boss. So if you know this is crap and you're standing idle and just doing it, then I have a problem with you too. Because not saying anything is probably as worse than doing what they tell you to do, even though you know it's wrong. Both are effed up. So I hate to say this, but I think change is necessary. And not because of talent. I just think I made a sports analogy in my last video that, sometimes, like, there's a lot of good sports teams that for whatever reason, the current mix of players and with the coach, it just doesn't work. It's not because the players are talented. It's not because they're not talented. It's not because the coach is not talented. It just doesn't work. And a team, the executives will get rid of the coach, bring in a new coach with a different philosophy, a different mindset, a different goal, whatever, right? And boom, the team turns around and they're a completely different team. So it's with that thought that I say enough's enough. I think a change is required. And I'm going to be honest with you. To me, I'm very interested to see what Johanna does with that decision. Will she keep the D4 dev team, or is she going to mix it up and change it up? Because enough's enough. This is the definition of insanity. And you know what the definition of insanity is, right? Doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. We can't continue down this road. So because of my experience and knowing how this stuff works, okay, she is going to put, I said this in my last video, she's going to put her thumbprint on this. She's a leader. At least I perceive her to be a leader. She's a leader, and she's going to want to make a difference and put her spin on this. Now, it could be bad or it could be good. Only time will tell. But I'm coming off the fence, and I don't like to single anyone out, but I think for the survivability and the success of Diablo 4, I do think Johanna needs to change and mix up the development team. I do. I hate to say it because I don't want to, send the wrong message out there, but I know that's what I would be doing. If I was going in as her to that company, I would be definitely making changes, because I would be saying to the dev team, what are you guys doing here? 2 of 3 seasons have been colossal failures. Oh, well, Matt, it was Mike Ibarra. He was Mike Ibarra. Mike did this, and we had the whole it's just excuses, right? And obviously, not all of them are excuses. Maybe they are being like, gun to the head, do this, do this, do this. But then why aren't you speaking up? Like, you literally have your argument right here. The players have left. Now, season 3 has brought some back. Season 2 brought them back. Season 3 seems like there's been a jump in players playing the game, but nowhere near where it needs to be. So, that's my position. Anyway, I wanted to do this for the very first time. Sorry for the very long-winded video, but I wanted to share the comments that I see and give you a little flavor of what I see just about every day with my videos. So I hope you found the video informative. Let me know what you think on the stuff we talked about in this video. I would love to hear it. Get in there in the comment section. We have a lot of great debates in there. And as always, thanks for watching, and we'll hope to see you next time. Take care. The opinions expressed in this video are mine and solely mine. Healthy debate is always encouraged. Hate is never welcomed. So get over it.